thought we might start laying down on our back and just have the band in your hands to start with. So we just take a lie down on your back and we just hold the band up over your chest. So, you know, we use the band, we'll use a light band if you've got a choice for this one. And I kind of just wriggle around to get my shoulders nice and broad, because sometimes when I lie down I feel like my shoulders are already lifted up, and I just want to let them drop down and have my arms about as little tiny bit wider than my shoulders and the band up over my chest. Sometimes it's easy to sort of think it's over your chest but it's over your face, but pop it right over your chest. And then we're just going to look at your wrist and align your wrist, your arm, your wrist and your hand, so it's in a nice straight line there. And then all you do is you just take a little pull on the band and then bring it back. So not with a spring back, with a control. So we pull the band apart and then control it back. Let's use this as a nice way to start breathing deeply. Inhale and exhale. So inhale when you pull the band apart and exhale when it comes back. Keep going. The trick with this is that alignment through the wrist. Okay? That's it. Nice variation there, Sue, with the circle. Good job. Perfect. Yeah, your wrist alignment's looking good, because that way the movement can come from the shoulder and not from the forearm or the wrist pulling. So we're just pulling and back. So inhale and exhale. That's it, looking nice. And we'll do 2 more like that. Good. You might just want to walk your hands in a little bit closer towards each other, so they really are in line with your shoulders now. And then the arms go over your head and then you bring it back. And again, inhale, arms go over your head and bring it back. So I'm just keeping the band a little tiny bit taut, but not too much. That's it. Feels quite a nice stretch on the shoulders. And then I'm going to add some leg movements. So we're going to take one leg up into tabletop, and as the arms go over your head, I'm going to tap the toe down towards the ground and then bring everything back. So I'm just going to stay on that one side. So toe taps down, arms go over, everything back. So you don't force your arms over to touch the ground behind you. I'm all a bit tight after my travels, and so my arms don't feel like they want to touch the ground. So I'm just keeping them to where they feel like it's a bit of a stretch, but not forcing it. I'm not going so far that my ribs are going to pop up. That's it. And then just pop that foot down and lift up the other leg. So you've got the leg up in tabletop, the band up over towards the knee, and then arms reach and toe taps down and bring it back. That's it. Just keep a little bit taut on the band. Just pull it apart a tiny little bit. And make that your last one. And then feet go back on the ground. Now hold the band up over your chest. We're going to do a bridge now. So press your lower back into the mat and then lift up your hips up off the ground. Good. Pull the band apart, bring your arms back and roll your body back and down. Good. So we roll up, lift up the hips, and then you pull the band apart a little, bring it back, and then your body goes back and down. And again, body goes up. Let's do 2 little pulls of the band. 1, 2, and then back and down. And hips come up. And we'll do 3. 1, 2, 3, and back and down. And again, lifting up, 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 nice and high. Squeeze your glutes and 4 little pulls on the band. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make the movement from your shoulder and then all the way back and down. And we'll just do one more, up to 5 now. Up you come. Now, make sure you're pushing your feet down, you're squeezing your glutes. Nice, strong movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then all the way back and down. Then we lift up one leg into tabletop. And the other. Nice work. This time, we're going to pull the band as one toe taps down, and then you lift up the leg and the band comes back to being even. So little pull as one toe taps and back. Remember, you can always go back to the one we practiced just before where it was just one leg going up and down, not keeping them both up. Watch your wrist. Sometimes when we get tired, we forget these things and our wrist can change shape as you start to feel tired. But that's it, it's looking great. And just do 4 more. Good. And I like that some of you are going quite slowly too. If you're new, that's fine, that's really good. Legs go down when you're finished and you can let your arms rest too. Down, that's it. Good. Nice work. Let's do an exercise now that will be nice for the back of the arms. So we just lift up the hips into a bridge and then just put the band across your thighs there, the top of the thigh, and so that your palms are looking down to the ground. So you've got this feeling you've got to push your hips up against the band and your arms are long, reaching long, and the palms are facing down. Then we just do a little push down with the band. So we're just going to do 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you roll back down and the arms are going to go up and over your head for a nice big stretch. Good. And then bring the band up. Now this, I would go with a heavier band here, because what we'll do is we'll spread out the band and just pop it behind the back of your head. So we're going to make a little help for us to do a few little sit-ups like this, and the band will help. So if you can spread out the band so it's right across the back of your head, it feels quite good. Elbows reaching forward. And then we're just going to lift up the head and curl the head forward over the chest and then roll back and down. So a little lift, and feel like it is a bit like a seesaw kind of move. So the sternum slides down and you just float up. Now if you're feeling the backs of your arms, you're doing it well as well. Okay, I want you to feel the backs of the arms and I want your head to feel really heavy in that band. Let's have a look. How are you going? Yeah, that's really good. I can see that your arms are working. Yeah, nice. Make sure you breathe out when you lift up. That's going to be a good breath pattern for you. Nice. Nice work with the modification on the hand there, Linda. Do you have to put your kitten away, Sarah? And just do one more and take a little rest. Good. Let your arms go. How are they feeling? Nice. Okay. Now, we'll take the band off from behind the head and hold it up over your chest. We're going to lift up our legs into tabletop. This is a little bit of a challenging move, but what you can do is just feel like you sort of tuck the knees towards your chest. So you do a little pike up. So I'm just tucking the knees up under the band and bringing them towards my chest, lifting my bottom off a little bit. So just doing a little swing up almost. Yeah, and I don't mind if you swing the legs to help you get a little momentum. The stronger your core gets, the less of a swing you'll need. Good work. Shall we do about 4 more? But if you need a break, go ahead. Try not to hold your breath. Ooh. Last one. Good job. Feet down. Feeling the core there. That's good. Now, the next thing is to stretch our legs. So we're going to pop the band around your foot, toes up. Now, heavy band or like a medium band for this one. See if you can pin your elbows on the ground and turn your toes out a little bit so your Pilates box is nice and square. And so that when I turn my toes out a tiny little bit, it feels like the hip drops down away from the ribs. And let your shoulders go. Take some deep breaths. And now, if the band is around the ball of your foot, that's quite good because you can just do a little movement through the ankle, a little point and flex. That's it. Good. And now we're going to go into some leg circles. Or it's more like a semicircle because I want you to go straight down with the leg, then go out to the side and around and back up. Keep the toe turned out all the time. So go down, out and around and back up. And again. So the trick is hips are steady. So that knee, the foot on the ground, you want to keep that nice and still. That leg's really still. And then go around the other way. So you go out to the side, down and around, and then straight back up. Whoops. That's it. Good. And then just hold it with your toes up towards the ceiling. Flex your foot. And then just go the tiniest little bit across side to side. So you don't go across your body very far. It's just the tiniest little bit. Okay, good. And bend that knee in towards your chest. Just pop the other foot in there and see if you can do it without even having to get up, and then you switch legs. Oh gosh, tight on that side. Okay, legs up, toes turned out, square off your Pilates box, elbows down. Right, we're just going to hold it there. So I want my hips down on the ground, trying not to lift up. And when you're ready, just move through the ankle, nice and gently. So ball of the foot is on the band and we're just flexing and pointing. Good, no, that's it. Yeah, that's good. All right, now we're ready for some circles. So go down first with the leg, out to the side and around, and back up. And again. It should feel so nice. And then go around the other way. Good, that will do. And then just walk your hands up towards your toes a little bit more so your arms are straight. Yeah. Stretch out the other leg. And we're going to just tuck the chin and sit up. Give yourself a swing. That's it. And then, yep, that's fine. And then we're just going to pop both feet in the band. Depending on how tight your legs are, straight legs, or if your legs are a bit tight and it causes you to sit rounded, you're going to bend your knees a little bit and sit nice and tall. Yep. Palms are looking in. And we're just going to pull the band in and then straighten the arms. So I always just adjust where I hold on. That looks good. Yep. So you want it to feel a little bit challenging. So we don't do a lot of these moves. So you want it, maybe we'll do say 10 all up, something like that. That's good. Nice. Your backs are looking so nice and straight. Let's change now. So now the palms face down and we can pull the elbows out to the side. Yep, you've got it, and straight back. This is another one to check on the wrist. So pull the elbows back, nice open chest. Yeah, looks good. Your form looks great, everyone. Good. Are you feeling that? And if you ever get sort of tight in the front of the hips, like I just did then, just soften your knees. Do you feel like that's enough? We can have a little twist with this as well. So we can leave one arm straight and just pull one, but just peep around your shoulder and then come back. Yep. And then the other way. So little look and a little look over your shoulder. That's good. So just a nice gentle little twist. Good work. And of course you can adjust the band if you need it to be easier. Just give yourself a little bit more slack. That will do. And then unhook yourself. Maybe just move your hands a little bit if they got a bit stuck there. So yeah. Now, the band goes around your thighs and we're going to tie yourself in a bow, fairly tight. I always find a bow works quite well because it's easier to undo it. So tie yourself up. Good job. And then we're going to lay on our backs again. So let's roll down, make a move of it. That's it. Down, down, down. Take your time. And you're back. Now, we're just going to bring the legs up in one piece like this. And I'm just going to separate my legs so I can feel a little bit of tension already on the band there. I'm going to pop my hands behind my head. You can do this with your head on the floor or you can come with me and lift your head up. It's up to you. And we're just going to stretch one leg out long as you pull the band towards you with the other leg. And then we switch. And switch. So hopefully you've got long pants on so the band doesn't grip on your skin. I think we're all good here with long pants today. And maybe you do a few with your head up, and if your neck starts to hurt or you feel like you've had enough, just put your head down and keep going. Now, let's do a little twist to the bent knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, nearly there, 2, 1. Hug your knees and lie down. Take a deep breath. Good. Now, you're going to reach your arms up and reach your legs away. A big diagonal stretch. And then just bring everything back in. And again, big stretch. Really stretch the legs, reach them long. If that doesn't feel good on your low back, you're just going to tap your toes to the ground like this. See the modification with bent legs. Long legs out like this is a lot more work on the tummy. And if you wanted to make it a bit harder, you just come up like this, and we'll do about 4 or 5 like this, keeping the head up. Come on, up, up, up if you can do it. I realised I could get higher than I was. Okay, nearly there. Getting warm. That's it. Nice. You're doing really well. And that'll do. And lie down. Nice work. Feet go down. Now we just roll over to your side. Okay, get comfy. Just make sure that top hip's not rolling back. Okay, it's easy just to sort of hang back there. We're going to really pull that hip forward, hand on the ground. And we just lift up the knee a little bit, but the feet stay together. So because you've got that tight band on, maybe you realise you don't go as far, of course, because you've got that resistance. So it shouldn't hurt. Just challenging it a little bit with the resistance there. Keeping your hip nice and forward. That's it. Okay, now just slide that band down so it's more on your ankles, and we're here. So I've just got my legs just a little bit in front. Okay. And then you lift up the top leg so there's a little bit of resistance there. And then we're just going to do a little tiny pulse up, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's it. And down. Good work. And then slide that band all the way. Oh, no, we can leave it there. Sorry. Leave it there. And roll to your tummy. We'll do a little transition before we do the other side. We'll do our tummy. We can leave the band there on our ankles though. All right. Let's put our hands beside your body. And we're just going to pull the legs apart enough that you feel the resistance of the band. Eyes looking down. And then hip bones pushing into the mat. You're just going to float the legs up a tiny little bit and then gently put them back down. So they don't have to come up high, just a little lift and lower. That's it. Good. Keep your upper body down. One more. And relax. Okay, give the hips a little swoosh to relax them. And then what we'll do now is we're just going to lift up the head and chest like this. So I'm pushing into my hands a little bit and then all the way back down. So elbows on the floor and back down. So now the upper body just lifts a little and back and down. Can you feel, if you keep a little bit of tension on the band, you'll notice that your outer hips are working. Yeah, that's it. And then try this. When your head comes down, the legs float up. And then as your eyes and your chest lift up, the legs will drop down. So as you roll down, the legs just float up, and then you just rock back this way. So it's controlled. If your lower back doesn't like it, just do the upper part of your body or just try the lower. Really think of reaching your chest forward. Get a really nice extension. Shoulders are down. Good. Just do one more. And back down. Relax your legs, relax everything. Swoosh your hips around. And then we just push yourself back up. And we're going to wriggle around to do our other clams. And the band has to come up to your thighs now. I felt my arms in that exercise. I don't know about you. Okay. Get comfy. Top hip forward, down. That's it. Always just take a minute to set up properly. And when you're ready, you go for it with the little clams. No need to rush your setup. And of course you can lay down if your neck needs a little rest. The band really makes you work harder, doesn't it? You don't need to do as many when you've got a bit of resistance. That'll do. Wriggle the band down to your ankles. Legs are outstretched, a little bit in front, and then that top leg's just going to do a little tiny up. 2, 3, 4. Keep the resistance on it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. And down. That's it. Bend your knees, and can you grab that band off there and help yourself up. So undo that bow. Oops. Here I was saying it's so easy to undo. There we go. Got it. Now, you're going to take the band. One end, you're just going to tie it around your foot. So I'm just going to do a double knot. So I'm like this. Yeah. Now, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So I've got my left foot in the band and my left hand on the band. So I'm going to get myself into my hands and knees shape, and I'm pinning the band down with my hand. Now, yeah, we're going to work our glutes here. So what we do is I'm just going to tuck the toes under. So my toes are on the ground, so I'm nice and steady. And then I'm just going to grab the leg with the band and just push it out. Okay, with a flexed foot. And then I'm going to bend it back in and then push out, oops, and bend it in. The double knot came undone. Keep going. Try this now. Push out and hold it there. So square off your hips. The hip bones are pointing down to the ground, and we're just going to hold that resistance. That's it. It's challenging. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee back in. We're just going to do that one more time. Here we go. Push the leg out. Make everything nice and square. Little bend of the elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Good. And we should be able to just swap feet now. There we go. Just watch you don't have your knees too close together, and make sure your hand is right under your shoulders. If it's out too far in front, it'll be too tricky. And we just push the leg out. So I'm just lining everything up. Feel like I pull my tummy in and then bend the knee back in and then push it back out and in. Okay, now I'm ready for a hold. So I'm going to push the leg out and pull in my tummy, square off my hips, hold it there. Definitely got the shakes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In it comes. One more time. Push it out. Hold it there. 1, 2. Watch your necks not dropping down. 3, 4, 5, and back and down. Good. And then just sit down. We take that off your foot. Now, I've got a nice stretch to finish. We just need to untangle the band. And I'm going to sit like this in one leg in front, one leg behind. Or you can sit up on a pillow. Okay. Okay. Nice and wide, and I'm going to come over to the side, and I'm going to go over to the side of the leg that's in front and just pop that hand down. Just try not to sink into your shoulder, so push that floor away from you and pull the opposite hip back so you're in a bit of a nice side bend there. And then we're just going to take the band and reach it forward. So you're going to roll the shoulder forward, just look down. And then it comes back to the side shape, and then you look up and it goes back behind you a little way. And then you just roll forward. So I'm keeping taut on the band. So bring the band forward and then open out. Nice big stretch. And again. And then back to the side shape. Then I'm going to grab the band with a fist now. And I'm going to straighten my arm, bend, straighten, bend. That's it. So we're working the under part of the arm. Last one. And then back to the side and bring your arms up and down. Good. Swivel the legs. Nice and wide. That's it. And we're just going to pop the hand down over to our side shape. Good. And just reach forward so you're looking to the ground. Your chest is looking to the ground. And then back to the side and open back. And again, around. Play with how far it feels nice. And then here we are in the side shape. I'm going to wiggle my hand down a little bit so I can get a bit of a bend and straighten. That's it. Good. And then we just come back to being even and bring the arms up and down. Let the band go and give your wrists a little circle. You've done really well. We worked a lot of the body, abs, legs, different parts of the arm and the shoulder, around the other way, glutes. So you should feel very proud of yourself because that's us all done. Well done, especially for the new people, that's first time. You did really well.